welcome to We Wine Whenever. I'm Wendy.
I'm Kelly.
And I'm Lori.
We're talking about Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 5, Episode 13. I can't believe we're on 13.
I know.
Episode 13?
Yes.
Wow.
I know.
I can't believe that either.
I mean, they did just do the reunion. Like, they just taped the reunion. So this one's called Rooms for Improvement, these names. Okay. So we start out at Meredith's house, and she's there with Brooks, Chloe, Seth, and she starts talking about her bath bombs. And Seth is like, let's forget about the bath bombs. We can talk about that whenever you want. What happened at the Bat Mitzvah that set you off?
Good job, Seth.
Yeah.
They totally talked about that prior to that scene starting.
I'm sure.
I try to talk about my bath bombs because I need to talk about my bath bombs.
Right. Right.
You're going to cut me off and you're going to tell me to talk about the bat mitzvah.
It's because she never lets an opportunity pass to plug. Her and Lisa are like neck and neck with the plugging.
Yes.
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 Yeah. So Meredith says, it all started up when Brooks came up to me and said, go check on Brittany. She's crying. Angie continually hits below the belt. It's mean girl behavior, she says. It triggered the hell out of me. Well, it did trigger her. You could see like she just like saw red.
Mm-hmm.
And then Chloe says, what got me is when Sean said you should listen to both sides of it. And Meredith says, I don't need to listen to both sides of it. She's always coming for me, mentioning my hearing aids and my impairment, my disability. Brooks says, it's not a disability. It's your superpower. What?
First
Chloe
of all,
says,
this is the first time we've ever even heard about her hearing impairment.
No, we've heard about them before.
We have?
Yeah, no, we have.
At Palm
we
Springs.
have.
At Palm Springs in the hot tub. She announced it.
Yeah. And Chloe's...
I think Angie's always coming for your hearing impairment.
No,
Meredith.
she's not. That's just another way for her to... Now she wants to be protected by the ADA. It's just another way for her to make it about her.
That's a good point.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? It's just about her making it about her, right?
Yeah, what is she getting her kids involved for, Meredith?
Well, I'm going to tell you guys
time.
something.
Yeah, right.
And I don't know if we're here yet, but before I forget.
Okay.
The bottle of shampoo.
Yes. The sulfates.
Okay, so Angie gave her a bottle of the Kerastase. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I could be wrong. Shampoo. She hands it to her daughter and she says, she knows I have a keratin treatment and I can't use this because and so the daughter picks up the bottle and says, oh yeah, this has sulfates in it. Okay, well, I looked it up. Kerastase products, they are sulfate free. It says it right there.
There you go. See?
I didn't know the brand name of the shampoo. I'm so glad that you brought this up.
Yeah. So it is no, like, yes, if you have a keratin treatment, you have to use sulfate-free products. That is true. But that is a sulfate-free product. So Meredith lied on camera, and now she has her daughter lying on camera. This is why Reed doesn't want to film with you, Meredith.
Yeah,
You're
absolutely.
a fucking hot mess.
Right. Well, they're like $200 a bottle.
I'm sure it is. Oh, I didn't even look at the price.
They're like, well, Angie said it on the after show or something.
No, Brittany. So Brittany was on the after show. Oh, no, Brittany was on Watch What Happens Live. I didn't see the whole Watch What Happens Live. I just saw this clip. And Andy said, oh, your hair looks really good. And she said, Kerastase. And he's like, oh, good. She said, I have an endorsement deal coming.
I knew it.
Yes.
I knew it.
So I'm like, you know who's not getting one now that you just said that is Meredith, who just lied about them.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so she has an endorsement deal with Kerastase.
Good for her.
Yeah, good for her.
I'm surprised it didn't go to Lisa because she's the one that said you need the treatment. It was Brittany that said that?
It was Brittany that said it because she's the one who needed the treatment. And
Yes,
she's the one who got the treatment.
So was
the
she
treatment
on
a
she was on
shampoo?
Watch What Happens Live?
Yeah. Is the treatment, the shampoo, the same thing?
No, I'm sure I'm sure
No,
that
I think it's different.
an actual treatment that the treatment that Lori's talking about was probably $200. It's probably like a keratin, like keratin.
No. The shampoo and the conditioner were each $200 each.
See, I just looked it up and it said 42.
That's what Angie said on the after show. The other thing where they were saying where Lisa said to Brittany that you need something that was a thermotique, she said. So I believe that is some kind of like treatment that's more like a keratin treatment. Yeah, but the shampoo and conditioner per Angie were like $200 each. I don't know if there's like super mega.
Well, they were large sizes. They were big sizes.
That $42 was for an 8-ounce bottle.
Oh, so that's not salon size.
That makes sense.
Oh, yeah. Definitely does make sense. But so the Kerastase is the brand of both the shampoo, the conditioner, and the treatment?
Probably.
Yeah, because the Kerastase Thermotique was the actual treatment. Yeah. That's the one that Lisa Barlow said first. So I think all the housewives are going to have something to do with this shampoo and conditioner because obviously everyone's talking about it.
Meredith is not.
Yes.
It says it right there, sulfate-free.
I'll be honest with you. I think every single high-end shampoo is sulfate-free.
Yeah. Anymore? Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, maybe if you're going to a drugstore, you're getting sulfates, but any hair salon shampoo is definitely sulfate-free.
Yeah. But even I think I even think Pantene has a sulfate-free.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
But I don't even know what the sulfates do, and I know that you're not supposed to have them.
You're not. Especially if you have a keratin treatment.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So then we see Angie talking to Sean, and she says she's pissed. She went there with good intentions, and she went there with an open heart and an open mind, and she's like crying in her confessional. Were there tears, Kelly?
Angie?
Yeah, in her confessional.
I think there was a tear.
Okay, because I don't pay attention to those things like you do. That's why I'm asking.
I think with Angie, there actually was a tear.
I mean, to me, she seemed visibly upset. She really did. Because then she brought up, like, I can't believe, like, I was really embarrassed. Like, she threw me out with security in front of her mother, her children, Heather's daughter. Like, that's mortifying.
Somebody said it on one of our comments, like, this seemed very staged. And I said, you're right, it did. Like, well, why would she have security at a bat mitzvah?
Yeah, who has like 3 burly guys with gold chains at your bat mitzvah in Salt Lake City?
Unless they're part of your family.
Yeah, come on. Stop it. Just stop it.
That's what I mean. Like, and when I read that, I'm like, I don't put it past Meredith.
No.
Right. No, I don't either.
I have written down UTF Angie's confessional outfit. I can't remember what it was now.
The white one? Is it
Her
the white one?
were out again.
Yeah. Oh, it's not the white one.
Right? I don't remember exactly what it was, but I know I wrote, what the fuck is that outfit?
Boobs out.
Boobs out. Yeah, that's what it was.
All right. So, Laura, if you could do a post about Angie's confessional outfits, like pull them up and like put them up so you can see them.
For all the photos, at least all the outfits with the boobs out.
Yeah.
All the outfits with the boobs out. And then she has the white one that looks like one of those.
That white one is very distracting to me.
It looks like that cookie. It looks like a cookie. I'm gonna get the picture of the cookie and I'm gonna put it next to her white outfit.
That's
There's
great
a certain
idea.
cookie, like a
Those
pastry.
cookies I get. The cookies I get. Mini elephant ears.
Yes.
Yes, that I get at Costco. Yeah, I forget what's the real name of them. I call them
something with a P.
P, like pest, whatever. You'll find it.
I'll find out. Yeah,
you'll find it. Yeah,
she got some doozies.
Yeah. So Sean says to her, listen, don't let these women put you in a position like this, like you were in last night.
Yeah.
And I agree. I feel bad for her. Then we see Mary goes over to Angie's house. It's so funny. She's knocking on, I think it's funny that she has this glass door for her front door. I think that's like, that door is like a department store door.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It is like a department store door.
Right? So she's knocking on the door and the door is open. So she walks in, she's calling Angie. She sits down on the couch.
She just goes for it. I mean, if I knock at one of your homes and nobody comes right away.
Yeah. Okay. I guess we'll have that relationship too.
I'm not sitting on your couch and put my feet up until I see you, though.
Well, you can.
Well, I'd sit down and put my feet up.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I might be upstairs. You can sit on my couch. I wouldn't care. And when she starts going on her phone, I thought maybe she was going to text her. And then because then Angie goes in and she's got the flowers and she sees her with the flowers. And instead of like, she's like, and she's like,
some kooky I would do.
That is something you would do for sure.
For sure.
So then Angie asks Mary to help her open the champagne. Mary's like, I don't know how to open champagne.
And she drinks champagne.
I know, but she probably doesn't open it, just like Kathy Hilton doesn't open lobster.
Lobster. Right. Right.
Right?
You're right.
I mean, they're trying to open it before even taking off the tin foil.
I can pop a bottle of Champs.
I know you can. I know you can.
Not me. I would be like those two.
But would you do it on the couch or would you move to the kitchen and do it over the sink?
I would move to the kitchen.
To the
I would
kitchen
not
and do
be
it over
doing
the
that.
sink.
Yeah.
Right. So they get it open and then Angie's like, well, I can pour it. And Mary's like, actually, no, you can't. Let me have the other glass.
Couldn't.
And
she could not.
It was
She
all
could not.
bubbles.
It was
Yeah, it was not good.
All bubbles. You always tilt the glass. Come on.
Right. Exactly. Okay. So what's next?
Well, they have a nice conversation and Mary,
poor
Mary blaming herself. I mean, listen, as parents, that's what we do. But as an aunt who has lost 2 nephews, and God forbid, I hope Robert Jr., and I do believe he's on a good path, but, you know, I saw my sister and sister-in-law go through their son's drug addiction for years, and you cannot blame yourself. There's nothing you can do. You could do everything and nothing, and it's going to be the same result because it's got to be them. It has to be them to decide.
Well, you know, but that's true with anything that your kid struggles with, whether it's addiction, whether it's mental health issues. It doesn't matter because, you know, this conversation was definitely very thought-provoking and got a very strong reaction out of myself. And, you know, like you think it's a question of, you know, how did you not let them know how much they're loved and what they mean to you? But for a majority of parents whose kid suffers from insecurity or self-esteem issues, depression, anxiety, the child does know that the parent cares. It's just that those other feelings override the reality of the situation for them. And, you know, like Mary said, if it's not my fault, whose fault is it? Sometimes it's nobody's fault. But I could really get where she was coming from because as a parent, it's very difficult to move away from that and accept that sometimes it's not you.
No, you're absolutely right, Laura. You're absolutely right.
100% right. And I do think that, you know, everyone, and myself included, has given Mary so much credit for being so vulnerable. Some of the things that she said that really resonated with me was like, what did I miss? Was I not paying attention that it went that far, that he didn't want to live? Like, where did I not make him feel secure?
Yeah.
And, you know, I just think like the difference with drugs is she knew that he was under the influence of something. She just had no idea the depths of it and how, you know, she thought it was marijuana. She thought it was pot.
Right.
You don't die from marijuana overdose.
No, you don't.
It doesn't kill you. But the other things that he was taking and he was experimenting, she had no idea. And honestly, there's no way she could know.
No.
There's no way she could know. And, you know, what she said to Angie was, you know, notice something's up. Your kid's not looking you in the eye. There's not leaving their bedroom. They're not acting like themselves. You know something's wrong.
Yeah.
But first of all, your kid's not a kid. They're an adult, right? They're 18 years old.
Yeah.
And, you know, you think that you're doing everything you can. And she still, you know, she still maintains, and I'm sure she will do everything she can to help him. But he has to want it. And I think obviously he does because he did confide in her and he did share everything with her. But, you know,
kids pick up on a lot. And I'm not saying this because I want Mary to take any blame. But her life has become stressful over the past few years with the whole church thing. She's basically had to step away from the church, I believe, right? Like, I don't think they have their church anymore.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what
think they do.
With employees of the church. Like, that's stressful. So it's probably stressful on her marriage with Robert Sr. And, you know, I'm not going to comment on their marriage, but it's probably stressful on their marriage, which then trickles down to being stressful for Robert Jr. I don't know. I mean, it could affect their financial situation, obviously, which they're used to a certain kind of lifestyle. And
right.
I don't know.
Well, you know, even very close friend of mine I was speaking to today, and they were saying how one of their children's having a really hard time. It's really struggling. And I was talking to my husband about it, and he was like, you know, what's going on? Is it like, you know, his work? And I said, you know what? I really didn't get into it and I didn't ask her. I said, but it could be absolutely nothing at all. And that makes it even worse to the person who's going through it. You know, sometimes there are underlying factors or stressors or things that you can blame it on, and sometimes there's not. And that makes it even harder for the person. And I felt I could really connect with Mary when she said, you know, how she felt alone. You know, she said, I don't have my mother. I don't have my grandmother. I don't have anyone to talk to figure out how to navigate this. And I just wanted to say that I'm very fortunate because I have very good friends. So I just really felt.
Yeah, no, it's hard because that is what she said. And she did confide in Angie, and she made Angie pinky promise that.
And I really, when I saw that, I thought to myself, I really, really hope Angie
she keeps it together.
I think
really
she will.
Hope she keeps it between them.
I think she will. I think that she gave her, you know, I think, you know, Angie was there for her. You know, she said addiction is real. It's a disease. And this is true. We say this all the time. It is real. It is a disease. Mental illness
most people
is real.
you know have been affected by it in some way or another.
I think everyone on this planet can relate to somebody or know somebody, you know, may not in their immediate family, you know, like, you know, 1 degree over, 2 degrees over. Like it's that widespread.
Yeah.
You know?
And I have seen some people say some things like, you know, like Mary's using it for a storyline and blah, blah, blah.
No
but
way.
I really don't get that vibe from it at all. Not at all.
I've never seen that, to be honest with you. And I'm surprised people are saying that. That just goes to show you how crappy some people are. Because there's no way in hell somebody would use this as a storyline. There's no way. There's no way.
I totally agree. You could say a lot about Mary, but when she says like he's her life, like he seems like her life, like she did pray for him. I believe that wholeheartedly.
100%. 4 years. 4 years.
And I don't know if we've talked about this yet. I think we did. So Robert Sr. was 20 years younger than her grandmother when they got married. So when I heard that or read that, I was like, okay, so there's no more than a 20-year age difference, I'm sure, between she and Robert Sr.
I don't think so.
And
I think
we know plenty of people who are in relationships with age differences that are at least close to that.
Look at Bronwyn. She's 20. She's 26. Yeah.
Right. So I didn't know that like until recently that he was 20 years younger than her grandmother.
Yes.
But that's
he was
really
much younger than the grandmother.
Perspective for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so it's not as, you know, outlandish.
Awful as it sounded.
Yeah, exactly. I think I brought this up before though. So sorry, people.
You know what is outlandish? And I'm just going to throw this out there. So Bronwyn is 39. Bryn on New York is 38. Can you believe that they are only 1 year difference in them and the way that they act?
Yeah, that's I mean, crazy.
Bronwyn is a mature woman.
Yes.
And Bryn acts like a teenager.
Yes.
She acts like, you know, a lovesick teenager, a mean girl.
Right.
So just to throw something else out there.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So Mary also does say to Angie that, you know, she wants to make sure that everything is right with Robert Jr. before she leaves, and she's going to take care of things and she's going to be there, but she's, you know, going to be late on the trip, which is, you know, I'm glad that she's going to take care of Robert Jr. And I'm glad she's going to go too. Because I think she needs
for herself.
She needs to get away a little bit.
It's hard to walk away from that situation though.
Absolutely. But she's going to get everything in place so that she can. And, you know, that may be that she's getting him in rehab. You know, that may be what's happening. Yeah. Right.
Or Robert Sr. is coming, like maybe he's not home and he's coming home, you know, whatever.
Right.
It is.
She's going to make sure that he's in a safe place and that he's okay before she leaves. And then we see all the girls are packing up and getting ready to leave. They get to the airport. I thought it was funny.
Wait.
Angie, oh, okay. I missed something.
Sorry. I wanted to actually gag Meredith's feather-trimmed thong bikini. Did you guys miss that scene? Her assistant or house manager or something was helping her pack, and she posted out this, and I was just like,
I missed it.
No,
it was a feather-trimmed thong bikini?
I'm sorry. That's not her fucking bathing suit. If it wasn't her daughter's, then she just bought it for the scene. There's no way Meredith was wearing that.
It was just like
brutal.
Oh, I missed it.
Throw up in the mouth. I was just like, oh no, no.
And I'm not saying that because I don't think she's fit enough to fit. Like she could, but she's not.
She could.
She's not wearing that. And if
she's very conservative.
Don't wear it because you're too fucking old for it.
Because you're too old. That's it. That's exactly it.
Come on,
be hot as hell, but you're still too old.
Oh wait, was it fur lined or feather?
Feather?
I think fur. No, feather or fur.
You said feathered.
Either one.
No, maybe it was fur. I don't know. Either one is bad.
Either one shouldn't be worn by a 50-something-year-old woman.
No, it's bad.
Whether you could fit into it or not.
No, I agree. I totally agree.
All right, I feel better now.
Can we get to the airport now?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And Angie, let me just say, Angie was the only one appropriately dressed to be flying.
Okay. Yes. I knew you would point that out. And she does say to Brittany that her hair looks great today.
She did tell Brittany her hair looked good.
And then we see Heather in her confessional with her little monologue that you would never know that Angie and Brittany can't stand each other, and Meredith and Angie can't stand each other, and Whitney and Lisa basically hate each other. Okay, yep, we already knew that. Then Bronwyn brought all the ladies these sparkle passport holders, and she gives them to them in the airport, and they're all excited, except for Lisa, who brings it up in her confessional about 45 other times that she told her not to bring a gift. And she's going to do what she wants to do. Okay.
It's a little messed up that Bronwyn, if she hadn't asked before and just gave them the gifts, okay. But she specifically asked Lisa, like, can I? And Lisa was like, well, I'm doing it. So it's my trip if you don't mind not. And then she did it anyway. I thought that was a little messed up.
It was.
It's a gift.
Right. Could you just let it go? It was a passport holder. I mean, it's not like it was
and let me tell you something. No, and it's a Judith Lieber. It's like $600 each.
Well, that's why it was sparkly.
Yes.
Oh, let's back this up. Wait, let's back this up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Nice little gift. Very nice.
I want a Judith Lieber passport holder. Bronwyn.
Yeah.
I don't even have a passport.
I do.
And
Lori does. Kelly needs one too. We all need one.
Yes. On the after show, Lisa Barlow, I'm sorry. I just can't take her.
I'm getting there with you girls. I was
going to say, are you there yet, Kelly?
Getting there.
So she says on the after show, she says, well, I already had one. I have my Louis Vuitton, so I was fine. It's like, ew, just shut your pie hole.
Things like that where it's like, shut up, Lisa.
Just shut up.
Just shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Listen, it'd be one thing if she brought it up once in the confessional, but like I said, she keeps bringing it up over. And you just said she talked about it on the after show too. Enough already.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yes.
I will tell you, though, when Bronwyn showed us what happened to her at the dog park, I was horrified.
37 bites.
F up.
37 bites.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Do you know what I saw on Instagram today?
No, I don't. What did you see?
She's taking the blame for it. I don't know if this is true.
I believe it.
This is what I saw on Instagram.
She's a dog owner.
She's taking the blame for it because that dog was a foster. The foster parent went to take a phone call and left the dog. She approached the dog and let the dog sniff her or whatever, like check her out. The dog started freaking out, and then she started freaking out, and like her behavior
escalated the situation.
Dog to be more aggressive. She has since, though, found an owner for the dog.
She got the dog adopted.
She's not pressing any charges, nothing like that.
I believe that.
Again, I don't know if this is 100% true, but this is what I saw on Instagram.
I totally believe it because she is a dog lover.
And the person who was reporting it was like, tell me any other housewife that would have done this. And he's right.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
aside from Lisa
not only
Vanderpump.
that dog actually fractured her bone.
Yes.
In her arm.
She got
a hairline fracture. Yeah, she did.
I mean, those bruises were unbelievable.
Horrific.
37 puncture wounds.
I know.
It was a lot.
Listen, I'm not a dog owner.
Me neither.
Well, I would never be in a dog park since I'm not a dog owner. But when I saw those, and I could definitely see her doing everything you said. She loves animals. She's a dog lover. She's a dog owner. We heard that. I think Lori told us she's got a couple lawsuits from DoorDash drivers.
But they look like nothing compared to what she's got going on.
I know. I know. She's not doing
clearly
that.
That's why she's not pressing charges, because
she's a dog lover. No, and she, like you just said, she found a home for the dog. I could definitely see that happening. Now,
I wanted to ask you guys, did you take notice when they were in, I believe it was in the airport, how production did, like when they were talking about all the current beefs of who's getting along with who and who's not getting along with who, how they did like the security thing, like like how a security camera would like zoom in on a face and do the little thing?
Yes.
I was like that. That was cool.
Yeah. So then they land in Puerto Vallarta, and the person picking them up greets them with margaritas. Lisa gets on the bus and says, this trip is going to be amazing. I promise I made a PowerPoint. What? Then they show us like pictures of the PowerPoint. She really did make a freaking PowerPoint.
She's so annoying.
I go on a trip with a PowerPoint.
No, I don't either. Honestly, I don't even know that I want a freaking agenda.
Yeah, that sounds like school.
Yeah.
Now, did anybody catch about what Heather did with going to the bathroom on the plane?
She peed all over the floor because she couldn't hover.
Lisa said it, right? And she's like, oh, yeah, that was me.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So, wait a second. So you leave it?
Right. You don't wipe it up?
You don't wipe it up? You don't ask the go ask the flight attendant, look, like I made a mess of the back floor, I'll clean up. Give me some cleaner, add some paper. Who does? And then who fucking says it?
I know.
Who says?
I would have let that shit
was me.
go.
I whizzed all on the floor, and
if you're not going to take the time to clean it up, let it go.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. I don't even think I would admit to passing gas, let alone peeing on the floor.
On the floor.
If nobody heard it,
right?
That's right.
I didn't do it.
No, it must have been somebody else.
The floor. Nobody knew it was you.
Yeah, like I was like, no, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I agree.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, that was bad.
Totally agree. Yeah. I totally agree. So they get to their villa. The place is called Vidanta, Vedanta. I don't know how to pronounce it.
I tried to look it up. I couldn't figure it out.
You did?
I wanted to find out how much it was. It was difficult to find.
I'll see if I can find some. So they're greeted by Lizzie and Rudy, their host and their butler. So there's 4 bedrooms in each villas. The villa they're identical and they're right next to each other. Lisa announces Villa 1 is going to be Meredith, Heather, Lisa, and Brittany. Villa 2 is going to be Bronwyn, Angie, Whitney, and Mary when she arrives. Then they run to their rooms, and you could see immediately Bronwyn's upset that she's in Villa 2 because Lisa's supposed to be her closest friend.
I kind of thought she was reading too much into it and overreacting. Did anybody else feel that way?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I not when I saw what happened the 2 weeks prior with her sitting down with John and Lisa talking about the whole adoption thing and the Gwen thing and the birth parents. No, I don't think. I think that they are friends and they have been friends for 10 years. And Lisa did get involved in her daughter's grandparents situation.
Yeah,
I think that, listen, at first I was like, maybe, but then when she went on to talk about that, no, she is 100% right.
Okay.
And I thought she was probably
in the first villa. I'm sorry, Laura.
She's probably
like
really
said.
Yeah.
Brittany was in Villa 1 so that she could school Bronwyn. She's just a pawn. Brittany's just a pawn in this whole thing.
Yes, I agree with that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And Whitney saw through that, but Bronwyn didn't get that yet. She'll get it. She'll get it.
She'll get it. Brittany's not getting it. Brittany don't know her place.
Oh my God. Brittany.
She's letting her head.
I swear to God, Brittany and Teresa, they go to the same school of dumb.
For sure.
For sure.
Right?
Like a brick in there. There's a brick in her head.
They go to the same school of dumb.
I could not agree with you more.
But I think Bronwyn on the heels of coming onto the show, her not being able to really define what her relationship with Lisa is, her whole thing with her daughter, and then getting the fucking attacked by a dog. I think she probably went overboard on it a little bit, but I think that she was just in a vulnerable spot and she really wanted to have some kind of centering thing. And she felt that she felt like Lisa was trying to show her a lesson.
Well, she was. That's what she was doing.
Yes.
And that's what she was doing. And listen, I applaud her for calling her out on it.
Yes.
Because nobody else would. Like, nobody else would do that. Especially not Heather.
No.
I think Whitney might, to be honest with you. And listen, it's not that I'm a huge fan of Whitney either.
Right.
But Whitney does see what's going on.
Yes.
She sees the chess pieces moving around the board.
Yes.
Unlike Brittany, who's just like, oh, we're playing a game.
Yeah. She's like, I'm in with the cool girls. I'm
the cool girl now.
Oh, wait, you want to swap rooms? Swap rooms with you, Brittany.
She was so hyper focused on that. Like, you want me to give up my room? No.
Stop it.
I just jumped because I just can't with this. I can't with Brittany. I can't.
No. But did you
can't.
see that the room placement is the same as the seating on the reunion?
Really?
Yeah.
One side is it's Villa 1 and Villa 2.
Yeah. It's Villa 1 and Villa
on
2.
different couches?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, she was just trying way too hard, Brittany, with, maybe she just likes me more than you. Oh, stop it.
Oh, yeah, but she said that at the dinner?
I saw on a social media post, it was really cute. It's a quote. Now we're talking about Brittany. She's just jealous that Betty Brittany Bateman got to hang with the cool girls while she, Bronwyn, was relegated to groveling for a healing journey with Whitney Rose. Funny. Talking about Bronwyn. I just thought it was funny. But that's exactly it. She was just thinking that she was all that in a bag of chips because she got to not even seeing that no one really gives a shit about you, Brittany. You're just a body. You're just a pawn. She's a clapping machine for Lisa. Clapping machine.
She's just a pawn. She's just
and then she
a
makes
pawn.
her huge another announcement, and they're all like, "Oh God, here we go."
Well, yeah.
But I mean, listen, her now talking to her daughters. I mean, that's
Okay, but is that the right time to make that announcement when they're about to cheers?
It's never the right time because honestly, I don't think anybody gives a shit about Brittany.
Listen, there could be a right time, but that's not it. There could be a right time.
No.
And on the after show, they were talking about the gifts and Bronwyn's, passport holders that she brought and everything. Brittany is kissing Lisa's ass so bad. She's telling Lisa when they're sitting next to other, you can't be upstaged and high-fiving. And I was just so throw up.
Okay, Brittany.
Who did it, Heather?
Brittany. So did Brittany give back the passport holder, the Judith Lieber
I'm sure she did
holder?
not. I'm sure she did not.
No, she probably has it in a case.
And what was Lisa's gift? Did we see Lisa's gift?
Not yet.
It was something from Louis Vuitton. I don't know what it was, but it was something from Louis Vuitton.
We didn't see it yet.
No, but Lisa did say it on the after show.
Of course she
did. And Lisa said, I would never complain about a room on a trip I was invited to. Yeah, but you had no problem complaining about the plane.
Yeah. Fine.
It's just too much.
All right, so now we're at the dinner and Lisa and Bronwyn are...
Oh, but wait. Before we get to the dinner. So Lisa is so excited to see her PowerPoint come to life. They're going to start with the poolside drinks. So they walk up to the bar and there's margaritas already made there. And of course they are made with what? Vita tequila. Tequila. That's when then Brittany, during the cheers, right? And then she starts talking about her daughters. And then, hold on, this gets better. Because as they're walking over to the dinner, they're still arguing. Currently, because things happen, her second marriage. So now we know that, because I was saying, I don't know how many times she's been married.
Right.
Her daughters from her first marriage are not speaking to her because of the things that happened in her second marriage.
That she's no longer in.
which she's no longer in. And her daughters did not appear to be, I mean, we only saw the one because it was a picture of her and her friends because it was only one daughter. They're not that old.
No.
So these girls have been through a lot. So before they even get to dinner, the ladies sit down with their cocktail, and Bronwyn says she's surprised about the way the room assignments landed. And Lisa said, well, what's wrong with it? And Bronwyn said, you put me in a villa with two people that I'm not speaking to. And Lisa's like, oh, you guys aren't speaking? Like she had no idea. And Bronwyn's like, well, we're speaking now because you put us in a room together. And I was surprised. Brittany says, well, maybe she's like, likes me better now. Yeah. Right. And that's when we're like, no.
Yeah, she likes me more than you.
Right. And that's when Whitney in her confessional says, right? Then Bronwyn says to Lisa, you're getting a little bass in your voice. I've never heard that before. Have you ever heard someone say that? I mean, I knew exactly what she meant.
Yeah, I've never heard that expression, though.
Me neither.
I thought, that's interesting. I know, I like it too. And Lisa's like, well, they're all beautiful rooms. She's like, I'm not complaining about the room. Like, it wasn't about the room. It was about the villa. You put me in a villa with two people you know I'm not speaking to. And then Lisa's like, it's very hard for someone to be grateful on any trip. And then Bronwyn brings up, like, you were the one who wasn't grateful when I hosted my trip. And Bronwyn says, you're missing the point. It's not that I wanted a different room. It's that I wanted to be with you. And Lisa's like, well, you're with me all the time, except for when I'm sleeping or shitting. Like, come on.
She just doesn't get it. She just
doesn't get it.
No. Because you know why? Because she's not capable.
No, she's absolutely not.
She's not capable of that type of a relationship with anybody.
Right.
With anybody.
And then Bronwyn continues to say to her, listen, you're not hearing me out. Instead you called me snobby and ungracious. It's not about the room. And Heather then jumps in and is like, what can we do to make this right? And Brittany says, I'm not trading. Okay, well, nobody asked you to trade. Right. Nobody asked you. And then all of a sudden the bartender comes over and says, ladies, I'm sorry to interrupt, but your table's ready. So then we see Bronwyn and Lisa walking over to the hostess stand. They're continuing to argue. They arrive at the hostess stand and they're still arguing. And they're like, and Lisa's like, table for Lisa Barlow.
They're totally fighting while they walk
arguing.
to the restaurant.
They're walking to the host and then they sit down. They're still arguing. Then Angie gets to the table and she's like, oh, is this a gift? Why is there a bag on my chair that says Brooks Marks?
She had to put it in a Brooks Marks bag.
Oh, yeah.
That's just another plug.
Yep.
And you know what? It was interesting.
Desperate for money. Sorry.
Yeah. It was interesting because I think that was real because like you could see the look on Angie's face.
Yeah.
When she looked in that bag. And I don't think you can stage that.
No. I agree.
No.
And there was something else in there, a journal or something?
Yes, a journal.
Right,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Angie says, are you giving me a gift? And she takes out the journal and the shampoo. And Meredith says, I heard you wanted everything back that you brought me. Angie said, is that what I said? Meredith's like, well, did you say it or didn't you? And then Brittany jumps in again and says, I wouldn't have given it back. Okay, Brittany, nobody cares.
But it was the same conversation as the lunch at Mary.
Right. Exactly.
Did I say that? I didn't say that.
Right. And then Heather's like, this is like deja vu.
Yeah.
And then apparently she says, apparently you have a history of slut-shaming. Am I right? And then Angie tosses the bag over to Brittany.
That wasn't right.
Well,
no, it wasn't right.
It wasn't right. But I do believe that she didn't realize that it was upside down. Like, I think she was tossing it over there, but since it was upside down, the bottles came flying out of it.
Yeah, but you knew that there were heavy bottles in there.
No,
like,
she definitely did. It definitely wasn't right. I'm not saying it was right.
Yeah.
Hey, but listen, at least Heather really stood up and said, she wasn't slut-shaming you. She was just calling you a hypocrite.
Right. Exactly.
I thought it was pretty good. At least, Heather doesn't do much. That's cool.
Right.
But that was like, I was like, okay, yeah, good.
No,
good
you're
job.
right. And it finally, like, they kind of determined that Brittany's the one who started the whole slut-shaming thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because Bronwyn clarified it.
Right.
Bronwyn's the one who clarified it.
And thank God Meredith was like, oh, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't know that.
Right.
But meanwhile, you humiliated this woman on camera by having your security escort her out of your bat mitzvah.
And Angie has to say to Brittany, listen, Brittany, I would like to finish my conversation with Meredith. Like, this has nothing to do with you.
She's ridiculous.
Just shut your trap.
Yeah. And I mean, especially at Mary's lunch where she was like, what about me? It was like, oh my God. Like, did you just say that?
Yeah. Did you just say that? Now, on the after show, Meredith says, she goes, I have an extensive vocabulary and I don't need to throw things.
Oh my gosh. Really?
And that one scene with Meredith and Lisa together, I cannot do them together. I just want to puke. I can't do them
mean
together.
Girls. The two of them are mean girls.
Yeah.
I can't do them together.
And when they're all yelling at each other and going off the rails, the waiter's like, hello.
I know.
Do you want a place to drink water?
And you know me, like, I want to eat and drink. I would be like, listen, shut the F up. Give this guy 2 minutes. Let's get our orders in.
Well, Meredith says it. Meredith says, like, can we just order our drinks and then we can finish this?
Yeah. Like, I'm hungry and I want to drink.
Yeah. Let's get this done.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least Meredith apologized to Angie, right?
She did apologize. And honestly, she should have because she didn't know the whole story.
Right. And that's why Sean was saying you should hear both sides.
Right.
So I learned some interesting things. Lisa has a salon in her house.
That doesn't surprise me. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
And Mary says the only person's house she's been to is Angie's.
Really?
Yep, the only house she's been inside.
That doesn't surprise me either.
Yep. And then on Up and Adam and some other things on social media, there's reality blurb and whatnot. There's rumors of Whitney and Justin heading for a divorce.
I could see it.
Blah, blah,
blah. She's annoying as fuck.
Yes, she is annoying.
I mean, I'm sure she was fun for the first go around for him.
Right.
Leaving his wife, getting the younger chick, but she's annoying. She must annoy the hell out of him.
I would think so. And then there's people saying, she's just doing it for a storyline and they're going to do it for the show and then get back together later on. And
I wouldn't put it past Whitney. Yeah. If ever there was a housewife that would fake a divorce for a storyline, it is Whitney Rose. I am totally on board with that. And I know I said I thought that Kyle and Mo were doing it for a storyline. I obviously don't believe that anymore. I was clearly wrong. But Whitney and Justin,
You think Justin's going to do that?
Absolutely.
No,
he already lost his job. What does he care? That's their bread and butter now. That's how they got that big house facing the temple.
Yeah.
He doesn't have anything going on. He lost his job. You lose your job because you're rubbing feet all over your wife on reality TV. Employers aren't lining up for you.
I think he's got another job.
I'm sure he does have another job, but he might not be making what he was making. Like, I'm sure there's been, adjustments.
Yeah, and who knows with her whole thing with Alibaba and her jewelry and all her multi-level marketing companies.
Yeah.
They are MLM kings and queens in
they are.
Salt Lake. What about when Bronwyn says to Angie that she went too far? She shouldn't have said you look like a porn star. And Angie says, let's not insult porn stars right now.
Yeah, what was that?
I liked it. It was good. Angie is not fucking around.
I was like,
I love that. She's not fucking around.
She's not fucking around.
Is she really from Jersey?
We need to find out where Angie's from.
Is she secretly from NJ?
She might very well be.
From the dirty Jers.
Yeah.
And then Bronwyn says, they're talking about what she was wearing, what Brittany was wearing, and about her being a slut, and then the crotchless panties that she's showing everyone in the bathroom without the cameras. And Bronwyn says, no one's bought me crotchless panties who I wasn't fucking.
Well, that's the thing. Like, you're claiming that you're not sleeping with this guy, but he's buying
Jared Osmond. Right.
Man.
But then Brittany says, listen, this is a sex-forward world.
What?
What does it mean?
She's making shit up.
I think they clarified she meant sex positive.
Anyone can do whatever they want.
Which is true, but you can't lie about it. Like, you're saying that you're not sleeping with him.
Right.
But you clearly are.
Right.
So don't explain to us that it's a sex positive world. Explain to your Mormon friends that it's a sex positive world. because those are the ones you're lying to. That you
They'll
don't drink
surround
wine,
Right.
that you're not screwing around. Those are the
Right.
people you're lying to. Well, I'm not going to say.
But listen, the girl has a spreadsheet for dates. Come on. Come on. Don't act like
You're holier than thou.
You're holier than thou. I mean, you don't out there broadcasting you got spreadsheets of dudes.
Right.
And I really don't care if you're having sex with them or not.
No, who cares?
You're going on that many. What are you doing?
Right.
What are you doing? Don't
just don't lie about it. You're on reality TV. We're supposed to see your real life, right? You don't want to be a friend of, you want to be a main cast member. Then show up and do your job and be honest.
You know, she's a singer and an actress.
Well,
Brittany.
Lori told us she sang the Ariel song. I can't believe that.
Yeah.
So was she Ariel's voice in the
I
movie?
don't know. They had her listed with that song, but I don't know the validity of it. I never really looked into it.
Yeah.
So I was listening to Heather McDonald on Juicy Scoop, and she had somebody on, and they were talking about this. And I don't know who the girl was that she had on, but she was so funny. And she was like, listen, this girl was clearly lead in the high school play, and she has been living off the fumes ever since. It was so
true.
Funny as she said it. I'm
It's
like,
so true.
she's right.
It's so true.
Yeah. Because she's still acting like that girl from high school.
Yes.
That pick-me girl from high school.
Yes.
Good God.
What about me?
Good God.
Good God is right. Good grief, Charlie Brown.
So basically, at the end of the dinner, or even before the dinner ends, Meredith and Angie make up.
Yeah.
And they agree that they're going to move forward and they're going to stay in the moment for a minute. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens. But I really hope that we can. What side are they on? Let's see. Meredith. So they're in separate sides of the couch. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see what happens.
Listen, even when you go into the reunion.
Yeah. You could start out one way.
Sometimes it doesn't wind up that way, right?
Now, I heard that a lot of the drama comes from some hidden microphone in Meredith's room on the trip.
Is this? Yeah, because you see her yelling at somebody. Did you hide a microphone in my room?
Yeah.
That's a coming scene.
That's a coming thing, yeah. So I did hear that. So
who's hiding a microphone?
I don't know.
I certainly would hope it would only be a producer. I mean, who else is miking?
I
don't know.
It's going to know.
We'll see, though.
Well, that would, this is going to be interesting.
It's going to be real interesting.
So I have, let's see, 3 quotes for you two.
3?
So, I'm going to give you the quote, and I'm going to tell you which housewife, and you tell me which housewife said it. See if you know which housewife said it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Your blood type is Pinot Grigio.
Somebody said that to Sonia. Ramona.
Yep.
That's what I meant.
Bethany.
Yep. Kelly to Ramona Singer.
Kelly Ben Simone to Ramona. Yeah, it definitely went to Ramona.
Okay. Close your legs to married men trash box.
A Nene leaks to Kim.
Nene
leaks to Kim.
Get it. Eat a piece of bread and calm down.
So that was to Lisa Rinna.
Huh? But hey, you got the
Kim
show.
Richards?
So I'm very impressed, girls. I'm very impressed. Yep.
Kim Richards.
Good job. Good job.
That's when she said, let's not talk about the husband.
Yep.
Good job.
Yeah. Listen, I don't know if it's true. I heard it's possible that Nene Leakes may be back.
I heard that too.
I would love to see that.
That will get me to watch Atlanta again. Bring Nene back. I'm on board.
I would like to see that.
I would even watch that.
Yep.
Imagine.
Hell yeah. Bring Nene back.
You know, I don't watch Married to Medicine. I tried to watch it.
Cousin Gina loves it.
I tried to watch it for a little bit, but a couple of weeks ago, there was like a marathon on of Married to Medicine. And I wound up watching one, like 2 or 3 episodes. And it was the reunion with Phaedra, and Apollo was actually on it too.
Why was he on it?
Because I don't remember exactly why he was on it, but he was on it. And they asked Phaedra, like, if she wasn't on Housewives, if her and Apollo would have still been together. And no, she said yes.
Really?
Yeah, I was surprised to see that. Apollo was surprised to hear that too. Apollo was surprised to hear that.
What was her reasoning?
I don't remember. Listen, I'm giving you a lot of bad
I mean,
information
he's a
here.
crook.
Well,
and she's a lawyer. Either way, camera in your face or not, he's a crook and you're a lawyer.
Yeah, but they both cheated on each other. I think there was a lot of chemistry there. There's a lot of chemistry there. He's the father of her 2 children.
There's a lot of chemistry there. Listen, Apollo is hot. Like, Apollo is fine.
He's hot. He's hot.
Yeah, yes.
There's
hot. Definitely a lot of chemistry there. But he's a criminal and you're a lawyer.
He's still the father of her 2 children. I could see them. Listen, if you don't have cameras in your face, if you're not on a show.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah, I think that's the factor. If you're not on a show, sometimes
and nobody knows.
Nobody
has to know what's going on.
Nobody has to know. Yeah,
right.
You kind of let things slide and move past them. But when everybody knows your business, that's makes it much more difficult.
Interesting.
I don't have anything else. You guys have anything else?
Nothing.
Okay, so I'm gonna make an announcement in Britney style.
Let me get the glass and ting it.
Yeah.
Okay. So to all of our listeners, take a look at Kelly's hoodie. Kelly, if you could hold up your hoodie a little bit. We're going to be selling merch shortly that says "We Wine Whenever." So check out our socials, look at our website, and you're going to be able to buy your own "We Wine Whenever" hoodie shortly.
Mm-hmm.
That's my special announcement.
That was a good announcement.
Okay. It was better than a Britney announcement, right?
For sure.
Okay.
Anything is better than Britney.
Exactly.
All right. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.